So which homework?
The exercise sums.
Sir, I couldn't get time to do that.
Okay. So today we'll start the new chapter, okay?
Okay, sir.
And I can continue up to 5 o'clock only. I had again 5 o'clock I have a class. Okay. So
Okay,
start
sir.
the class immediately. So next topic is the synthetic fibers and the plastics. For this, you have the perfect copy is there with me, okay? I'll share this notes to you.
Okay, sir.
Go through it afterwards, okay? So what is the meaning of synthetic first?
So man-made fiber.
Man-made fibers are the synthetic fibers. And what is the meaning of fiber? What is the meaning of fiber?
Sir, it's a very thin thread from which clothes are made.
Sorry?
Sir, a very thin thread from clothes are made.
So fiber is nothing but a thin thread-like structure. You can see the first line itself. A fiber is a thin thread-like structure which are obtained from the plants and animals, or you can prepare it with the help of chemicals also. So it is like a thin hair-like structure. Understanding?
Yes, sir.
So when you are interlacing the fiber, you will form the fabric. What is the meaning of interlacing? What is the meaning of interlacing?
Sir, can you repeat?
What is the meaning of interlacing? Can you hear me or not?
Uh,
Whether my
yes, sir, but
voice is clear or not?
yes, sir.
Okay. So thin thread-like structure is collagen fiber. When you interlace the fiber at right angle to each other, if you take two fibers and interlace the fiber at right angle to each other, it will form the fabric. So this interlacing process is done with the help of weaving or knitting. Weaving means we'll take two fibers and we'll interlace at right angle to each other. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Knitting means we'll use only one fiber and interlace each other. That is called as knitting. Still,
Yes, sir.
if you didn't understand, I'll show you one diagram. Okay, don't worry on it. One minute. Can you see here? They are using the two needles. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So knitting is nothing but the interlacing of the fiber, single fiber to the fabric is called as a knitting. So you can see the old parents will do this one. They will take one thread and they will interlace
Yes,
together
sir.
and they'll prepare the small bags or the socks like this. That is a knitting process. Interlacing the using only one fiber. But the weaving process means it is image is not there here. Weaving process is interlacing of two set of yarns. That is a weaving. The image is not given in this. Understanding?
Yes, sir.
So fabric is nothing but the cloth. Then what is the meaning of yarn? What is the meaning of yarn?
Sir, from which yarn is made out of the fiber.
Yeah. See, first you will have the cotton plant you will take. From the cotton plant, we'll get the cotton. With the help of the cotton, we'll prepare the fiber. Fiber means what? Thin thread-like structure. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, after the preparation of fiber, if you group the 2 or 3 fibers, it will form yarn. Grouping of 2 or 3 fibers to make some thick thread-like structure that is called as an yarn. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now we will keep the yarn at right angle to each other, so it will form the fabric. Now fabrics are two types. One is the natural fabrics, other one is the artificial fabrics.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So one is the natural fabrics, other one is the artificial fabrics. Then what is the meaning of natural fabrics?
Sir, which are obtained from natural sources like plants and animals.
Obtained from the natural sources like plant and animals. You can see some examples also here. Cotton, jute, flask, wool, silk are natural fibers. Okay.
Yes.
Then what is the meaning of synthetic fibers?
Sir, synthetic fiber are man-made fiber and they are synthesized in the laboratory from chemicals.
Okay. Synthetic fibers are the man-made fibers which are prepared in the laboratory with the help of the chemicals. Again, what are the examples? Rayon, nylon, polyester, acrylic. All these are the synthetic fibers. So in this chapter also discuss only about the synthetic fibers, not the natural fibers. Okay.
Yes.
And I will share the natural fiber notes also in the group after this class by tonight. Just go through it once again, okay? About the cotton, jute, silk, wool. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So this is all about the introduction of the natural fibers and the synthetic fibers. So we'll start the topic polymers. See, polymer is nothing but poly means what? The word poly means many.
Many.
Mer means parts. So when you're joining many parts together, it will form the polymer. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now can you see one diagram here on the left side?
Yes, sir.
Monomer means what? What is the meaning of monomer?
Sir, sir, the single unit.
Single unit is called as a monomer or single part is called as a monomer. So when you're joining all the single parts through the process that is called as polymerization, that is called as polymers. When you're joining all the single monomers to form a big molecule that is called as polymer, and this complete joining process is called as polymerization. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Then why the polymers are very important in our life?
Sir, they help in making the fabrics.
See, polymers is not only used for fabrics. Polymers are extremely large molecules which are very important for our life to exist on the earth. If you take food items, the starch proteins are also one type of polymers. Polymer means large molecules. In the case of cloths, you have the nylon, rayons, acrylic, polyesters and all. In the case of house materials like wood, cellulose, paints, all these are polymers only. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Then which one will call as in polymer? What is the molecular mass minimum should be required? The term polymer is defined as a very large molecule having molecular mass of 103 to 107 units. Okay.
Yes.
Or you can say the polymer also called as in macromolecules. What is the meaning of macro?
So small.
Micro means small, macro means big.
Okay.
Macro means big particles, micro means small particles. So the term polymer is defined as a very large molecules having high molecular mass. Okay, they are also referred as a macro molecules. How these macromolecules are forming?
Sir, they are formed by joining or repeating structural units on a large scale.
Sorry, can you repeat again?
They are formed by joining or repeating structural unit on large.
They are formed by repeating
Sir,
addition
are
of
you
the,
speaking?
yeah. Can you hear me now?
Yes, sir, I can hear.
Yeah. The macromolecules are formed when you are joining the single monomers together. By how they are joining together? With the help of what type of bonds? With the help of covalent bonds, they will join
Covalent.
together. Okay, with the help of the covalent bonds, they will join together. And this complete process of joining all the monomers together to form the polymer is called as an polymerization. Okay, clear up to
Yes,
this?
sir.
Then what is the meaning of degree of polymerization? The total number of monomeric units present in the given polymer is called as a degree of polymerization. The total number of monomeric units present in the given polymer is called as a degree of polymerization. Generally, it is indicated by the N. Okay. So again, based upon the degree of polymerization, we have the two different types of polymers. One is the oligomers, the other one is the high polymers. What is the meaning of oligomers then?
Few parts.
Oligomers are nothing but the having 2 to 8 monomeric units. Oligomers are the polymers which will have only 2 to 8 monomeric units. Understand?
Yes, sir.
If you have higher than 10 now, higher than 10 monomeric units, then it is called as a high polymer. The small polymers are called as an oligomers, which will contain only 2 to 8 monomeric units. If you have the higher monomeric units now, then it is called as an high polymers. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So what is the degree of polymerization?
The total number of monomeric units in a polymer is called degree of polymerization.
The total number of monomeric units in a given polymer is called as an degree of polymerization. Then again, you can classify the polymers based upon their source of origin. We know again the natural polymers and the semi-synthetic polymers and synthetic polymers. What is natural polymers?
Which are obtained from plants and animals.
The polymers which are obtained from the plants and animals are called as natural polymers. So the main important natural polymer is the cellulose, which is obtained from the
Yes, sir.
plants, right? If you take
Yes,
the
sir.
cell of a plant, the cell wall of the plant is made up of cellulose only, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now this cellulose is useful to prepare variety of polymers. Okay. So whatever the polymers are preparing with the help of the cellulose or with the help of the products which are coming from the plants and animals are called as natural polymers. Understand?
Yes, sir.
Then what about the cotton fiber? It is also made up of cellulose only, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, one more thing. Natural fibers coating from the plants is the cellulose. Then what about the animals? Natural fibers, what are the animal natural fibers? Animal based natural fiber.
Sir, no.
Silk, jute, sorry, silk and wool.
Sir, are they cellulose?
No, see, natural fiber you are getting from the plant source is the cellulose. If you are getting the natural fiber based upon animal source now, that is a silk and the wool. That is based upon the proteins. Hello.
Yes, sir.
The fiber which you are getting from the animal source is based upon the protein material. You know proteins, right?
Yes, sir.
Suppose hair is there, human hair. How it will grow? What is the important protein in the human hair?
Sir, melanin?
Not melanin. Melanin is just one type of hormone. Keratin.
Yes, sir.
Keratin is a protein which helps in the growth of the hair. In the same case, wool also we have the keratin only. The main protein in the wool also keratin. Okay.
Okay, sir.
In the case of silk, what is the main protein? Do you remember this?
Sir?
In the case of silk,
Sir, don't know.
in the case of silk, it is a fibroin and sericin. Okay.
Okay, sir.
See, in the case of plant, the natural fibers are coming from the cellulose. In the case of animals, we can take it as a proteins. Now, is it clear? Simple.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, can you see here the wall of the cell plant are made up of cellulose. So, would contain a large amount of cellulose polymer.
Yes, sir.
Okay. I think we have studied this vulcanized rubber, right, in the last class, metals and non-metals.
Yes, sir.
What is the meaning of vulcanization of rubber?
Sir, in this process, sulfur is added to natural rubber to improve its uh, the
Improve its
hardness
property or
and
a
elasticity.
hardness, strong. You can see here. Vulcanization of rubber makes rubber hard, strong, and more elastic, and rubber loses its sticky property. Can you see 4 points here in the paragraph?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
To increase the strength of the rubber or to make them strong, to make them more elastic, as well as to lose the stickiness of the rubber, we'll add the sulfur. How much sulfur we'll add? How much sulfur we'll add? Generally, we'll add around 5% to 8%. Okay.
Yes, sir.
We'll add around 5% to the 8% of sulfur. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Then what is the meaning of semi-synthetic polymers?
Sir, where both natural and chemical substances are used.
Semi-synthetic means semi-synthetic only, right? Like half partially prepared by man's. We'll take some chemicals and we'll add to the natural fibers that will form the semi-synthetic fibers.
Yes, sir.
Suppose cellulose acetate is a rayon. Generally, to prepare the rayon, we'll use the plant fiber cellulose only. But along
Yes,
with the
sir.
cellulose, we'll add some chemicals like acetate we'll add. So chemically modified natural fibers are called as in semi-synthetic fibers. Simple definition. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So cellulose, nitrate, and vulcanized rubber. Rubber is a natural fiber. But when you're adding 5% of sulfur to the rubber now, it is a semi-synthetic now.
Okay, sir. Sir, are you speaking?
Sorry?
Sir, are you speaking?
No, no. Clear, and any doubts in that?
No doubt, sir.
The next one is a synthetic polymers. What is the meaning of synthetic?
Sir, which are man-made.
Synthetic polymers is nothing but completely man-made fibers with the help of the chemicals. Synthetic fibers are the completely man-made fibers with the help of the chemicals. So most common synthetic fibers are the nylon, Buna S, Buna N, that we'll study one by one, okay? So in this chapter, we are going to study only about the synthetic fibers and the semi-synthetic fibers only. And what is the importance of plastic? What is the use of plastic and all, okay?
Yes, sir.
So first one is the rayon. What is a rayon? What is the nickname for the rayon?
Sir, artificial silk.
Artificial silk, because it has the properties like a shiny surface of like a silk, right?
Yes, sir.
So rayon is a polymer. Then what are the monomeric units for the rayon?
Sir, cellulose.
Very good, cellulose. We'll prepare the rayon by chemically modifying the cellulose obtained from the plant, or you can say
Wood.
obtained from the wood pulp also.
Yes, sir.
Now what we'll do now, we'll take the cellulose and we'll mix it with the sodium solution, sodium hydroxide solution. Okay, so we'll obtain the cellulose from the
Yes.
wood pulp, or first we'll take the wood pulp and we'll dissolve the wood pulp in the sodium hydroxide solution. So when you're dissolving the wood pulp in the sodium hydroxide solution, it will form some sticky liquid only. What is the name of that liquid?
Viscous.
Viscous. Now we'll take that viscous and we'll pass through the small tiny holes of the metal cylinder. That small tiny holes of the metal cylinder is called as an spindlet. What is the name?
Spindlet.
So when you're passing the thick viscous liquid through the tiny holes of the metal cylinder, it will form the thread-like structure. That thread-like structure is only the rayon. Okay, can you see here the images? Hello,
Yes, sir.
can you see the image here?
Yes, sir.
First they have taken the wood pulp, then they dissolved it in the sodium hydroxide solution to form the sticky liquid
Viscous.
that is called the viscous. Again, after viscous is forced to pass through the spindlet, it will form thin thread-like structure that is called as an rayon.
Rayon.
So rayon looks exactly like a silk, like a shiny surface will be there. That's why it is called as an artificial silk. Whether rayon is costly or
Sir,
silk is costly.
sir, silk. Sir, I have a doubt.
Yeah,
Sir, rayon is called synthetic fiber, but it is even made by a natural source. So shouldn't it be called a semi-synthetic fiber?
rayon is a semi-synthetic fibers only. You can see here
Okay.
semi-synthetic polymers. Example is rayon. Understanding?
Yes, sir.
Rayon is a semi-synthetic fibers only. Then you know what are the use of rayon. Okay.
Yes, sir.